Hey YouTube friends, how's everybody doing this Friday? I'm doing alright, smoking my Jad's pipe with what's left of some Peter Stokkebye's Navy Flake. I started to make this video when I filled the bowl up. I've been back and forth on what I wanted to say till I've just about smoked this whole bowl. Friday usually means Top 5 Friday. I had one planned this week. And something happened yesterday that screwed that up for me. I was going to do Top 5 rock singers. One of which would have been Chris Cornell. As you probably know, he took his own life yesterday. So that kind of threw a wrench into my plans. I just didn't feel right for various reasons. So I wanted to talk about suicide. You know, I saw a lot of posts and tweets and various things yesterday about how people were saddened by it. I get that. It saddened me. It's a tragic thing. It always is. When a celebrity does it, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say. People get all, oh, that's terrible. He was my favorite singer. And he meant so much to me in my youth. And I loved their music and all that kind of stuff. I get it. He was one of my favorite singers. Soundgarden's music helped me through some pretty dark times myself. But he was a human being. He had 3 kids. He had a wife. Probably quite a few other family members that will spend a significant portion of the rest of their life wondering why and not having an answer. And even if they had an answer, it doesn't it doesn't fix it for them. Somebody wrote a note, this is exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, and then did it. I have a hard time believing that a 13-year-old child would say, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, that's all right then. Or a wife, or a mother. It's a terrible, terrible, tragic thing. People do it for any number of reasons. And none of the reasons are good enough. Who am I to judge whether a person has a good enough reason to do that or not? Nobody. I'm nobody. Suicide has been a part of my life for a long time. I had a friend that died in high school. It left every one of us, all of his friends, wondering why. Why did Derek do that? Nobody knows. Someone very close to me survived a suicide attempt, a very serious suicide attempt. It wasn't just a plea for help, as you hear said in some instances. How they survived is an absolute miracle. Someone else in my family tried it. Luckily, somebody got to them before that tragedy befell us. A really good friend of mine. The person that died and his family both were all really good close friends of mine. Did it about 6 years ago. He was only 16 years old. It crushes families. It destroys people's lives that are left behind. I've seen it firsthand. It's not something that you easily come to terms with. Chris Cornell statistically was one of 120 people that died yesterday from suicide. Who's tweeting about them? Every now and then you see somebody post a thing, would 10 of my friends please repost this, the suicide hotline thing, and I think that's important. I think it's important, very important, to keep awareness up out there for people that are thinking about doing something like that, to know that there's help, for people that know someone that might be in that situation that can possibly save them. Yesterday also happens to be the anniversary of my father-in-law's death, not by choice. So it was kind of a tough day. So I kind of decided just to go on and do what I do on a daily basis. One of those things is recreating the Vietnam Wall. One day at a time. Yesterday there happened to be 290 people that died on that day. Every one of their deaths just as tragic. Left behind people wanting to know why, that'll never be answered. $120 people a day commit suicide. That's about 43,000 a year. One-sixth of those are veterans. One-sixth of our population is not veterans, are not veterans. That's a very out of proportion statistic. Something needs to be done about it. Not only veterans, but everybody. So I don't really know what else I'm trying to say other than if you're somebody out there that's mired in your problems and your feelings and whatever it is that's leading you towards that conclusion, think about it. Think about the people that are left behind. Think about how it will destroy them. Know that there is help. You just have to be strong enough to ask for it. All you have to do is ask, and there's people that will help. If you know somebody that's going through something like that, there's several websites out there. You can Google them or look them up or whatever. Suicide prevention. You'll find quite a few places that'll tell you things to look for, their behavior, the way they talk, the things they do, circumstances that they may be in. And if you can help somebody, by all means, do it. There's a number of suicide prevention hotlines. There's a lot of ways to help. People feel helpless, but there's definitely help to be had. I don't know what else I have to say. Maybe top 5 reasons not to do that. Somebody, and probably in most cases, several, if not many people love you and would be crushed if you did that. 2, it's a permanent solution to a temporary problem. You may not feel like it's a small problem, and obviously not. It's an overwhelming problem. But you can get through it. 3, you may influence someone else to do it. How would that make you feel? You don't want to be the impetus for someone else doing that. 4, help is readily available. 5, can't really think of a 5th one. Just don't do it. Don't do it. So I don't know if this makes one person think or act or not act or whatever, then it's worth bringing somebody down. I know a lot of people watch this and say, man, that's a bummer. Yeah, it is. It is a big bummer. Somebody needs to get involved. If not you, who? If not today, when?